All right, happy Wednesday, everybody. Got the kid down for his bedtime, and the wife's off on a ladies' night, so I figured now's the time to go ahead and get started on 8444. This is going to be a 3 or 4 part series here as we dig in. And I figured we would start with doing some of the easy stuff on the body here and some light weathering before we jump into working on the trucks and whatnot. So before we get started, I think the first thing we're going to want to do is go ahead and pop the old Kato couplers out of this, and we're going to go ahead and do a 10-15 microtrain swap on this. Like I discussed in some of my other videos, the Aces and a couple of the others, in my opinion, have better coupler height using the 10-15s versus the regular Kato microtrains couplers. So all you do, just a little bit inside pressure there, and right there, and that go ahead and pops right out. Save that. And we'll go ahead and get that out of there. And make sure you always do hose down, but yeah, we're gonna have to cut away a little bit of the draft boxes there, so this might not be perfectly in view. I gotta kind of be careful about this, so I apologize if it's not very well in camera. There we are. That should be good enough for proper functionality. Looks nice and cleaned out. Alrighty, we will go ahead and always make sure your air hose is at the bottom. Made that stupid mistake before. And it's finicky fitting in there. I might need to trim just a little bit more. We'll see how it works here. I'm going to trim just a little bit more. All right, off camera for just a second. Okay, sorry about that. Get that back in there and properly aligned. If you can't see that, the hole is just on the inside of the frame there. We'll take our old coupler retainer and just slot it down into place, and here we are, locked in. And we'll complete the process here in the back. There we are. Just like last time, we'll trim away a little bit of the frame. Probably pretty good. And we'll do the same with the rear here. Yep. Need to do just a little bit more trimming. There we are. Aha. All right, and just like the front, get that off of there. That nice and aligned. Okay, we can try it like that. I might have to do the screw those in. We'll see if that holds. I'm guessing I'll probably end up having to put the bolts in, but that will work for now for the painting purposes. So because this is kind of an excursion engine for UP, I'm not going to do a full weathering job on this. We're going to kind of just hit the high spots, add a little bit of the normal weathering stuff. Hopefully towards the end here, I'm going to get the airbrush out. We're going to do a little bit of fine detail work. But today, I think we're going to just get some of the main details kind of squared away a little bit. So now that we got the couplers installed, I want to go ahead and, I don't like full length hoses on these. I like to trim them off just about in line with the coupler. So we're going to go ahead and do that. About like so. Whatever your preference is, some people prefer to keep these long. I just have turnouts that they like to get caught on, so I try to get them, pulled back a little bit. But something I want to do to add just a little bit is we're going to do just a touch of, this is pewter gray. Again, this is like the 50-cent Walmart paint. Just a little bit of gray out on the tip here. And we're just going to do the end of the air hose here. And you might not be able to see this on camera, but it's definitely visible in real life. It definitely adds a little bit of connector looking detail on the end of this here. So do that there. Right there. Come on, focus. There we go. Here we are. Let's see. Okay. Now we got that on there. I'm going to do the same for the rear MU hoses. But if you look at the fronts, they're still gray because they're molded. And then they're separately applied black on the rear. So what we're going to go ahead and do is carefully apply a little bit of black paint to these front MU hoses. Sorry there, I was off camera again. Again, not really used to doing this with the camera in front of me, so I apologize ahead of time. And I'm not near steady enough to make this perfect, so we're just going for close enough. And I'm going to paint the bottom of these too, so getting all the way down to the very base is not of the most importance to me. I got just a tick too much paint on there. This is just a micro brush that I cut the end off of. Just makes it a little more user-friendly for this really small stuff. Just a tick of black paint. Okay, now we're starting to get a little bit of detail on there, so we're going to go ahead and let that just set up and dry for a minute here. And on the back here, we're going to do just like we did with the air hoses. Focus, please. Thank you. Just a touch of gray. And there we are, just like that. Go ahead and add another coat of paint to the end of the air hose here. Here we are. And go ahead and just touch up the end of these as well. Not perfect, but I will take it. So what I think I'm going to try on these air hoses is, so I have some black here that I have thinned down 2:1 and 10:1. And we're just going to try some of the 2:1, see if it seeps in a little bit better. There we go. Oh yeah, that works so much better. Okay, I'm liking how that's looking much better. Okay, and we're gonna go ahead and take another one of these, and we're just going to clip the end off of it, just like so. And get just a little bit of white paint on here. Only takes a little bit. See my videos, it's not the first time I've done this. And let's just go ahead and paint up the handrails here. Here we are. Okay, and as long as we're up here, I'm gonna get just rid of a little bit of paint on this. And we're going to go ahead and carefully there we go. Just carefully do the same over here as well. And there we made a mistake. So we're going to take one of our clean brushes. I'm just going to go ahead and wipe that up. There we are. Yeah, it's a little rough, but we'll go with it. And let's go ahead and jump to the back here. Just do this one upside down. Alrighty. And we'll try to do same thing back here. Trying to get all angles of this here. Sorry about that. Wasn't paying attention again. No. A little too much paint on there. Let's see if we can make it work. Alrighty, I think that will suffice for video number 1. We will see you next week, and we'll continue our upgrade job on this. So I will see you next Wednesday. Bye now.